Okay, so let's begin and learn about past perfect in the passive voice. There are different structures in the active and passive form of past perfect. I have written both structures, the active structure and the passive structure. The active structure of past perfect, we have a subject. In every sentence, in every tense, we have a subject. Then we have the auxiliary verb, had, verb 3, object, complement. This object is very necessary in order to be able to change it to passive. Object مواجه داریم بسیار یک ضروری است، یک قسمت مهم از جمله است که ما را بتونیم به شکل مجهول تبدیل بکنیم. This object comes in the beginning as a subject. Subject plus had, we add been plus verb 3 plus complement. So this is the passive form of past perfect in the passive. The first structure is active, the second structure is passive. Let's look at some of the examples of past perfect and the passive voice. The first sentence I have written here, he had read different kinds of books before you came. It is past perfect, and we need to understand the parts of the sentence. The first part, he is the subject, had is the auxiliary verb, read is the verb 3, different kinds of books is the object, and this is the most important part of the sentence to be able to change it to passive. Before you came, it's the complement or the rest of the sentence. So now, when we change it to passive, we bring the object in the beginning of the sentence. Different kinds of books have been read before you came. Translation, he had read different kinds of book before you came. قبل از اینکه تو بیایی او پسر خوانده بود. کی خوانده بود؟ او پسر خوانده بود کتاب‌های متفاوت را. در پاسیف میگیم different kinds of books had been read. کتاب‌های متفاوت خوانده شده بود. کی خوانده بود؟ معلوم نیست. Before you came قبل از اینکه شما بیایید. First sentence is active. Second sentence is passive. Next sentence. They had practiced the songs before the program started. Let's understand the part of the sentence. They is the subject, had is the auxiliary verb, practice is the main verb, the songs, it's the object, before the program started. It's active form. And the passive, when we change it to passive, the object should go in the beginning. What is the object of this sentence? The songs. The songs is the object. We put it in the beginning. The songs, so it should be the songs. The songs had been practiced before the program started. Translation. آنها تمرین کرده بودن آهنگها را قبل از اینکه پروگرام شروع شود. Passive. آهنگها, the songs had been practiced before the program started. آهنگها تمرین شده بودن قبل از اینکه پروگرام آغاز شود. The first one active, the second one passive. Third sentence. She had met him back in college. This is also active. What are the parts of the sentence? She is the subject, had is the auxiliary verb, met is the verb 3, main verb, him is the object, back in the college is the complement or the rest of the sentence. In order to change this sentence to passive, we need to change object to the subject. It means bring it as a subject. What is the subject form of him? He. He is the subject form of him. We bring he in the beginning. He had been met back in college. Translation. She had met him او خانم یا دختر ملاقات کرده بود او پسر back in college در گذشته ها در دانشگاه یا پانتون. He had been met back in college. او پسر ملاقات شده بود دیده شده بود در گذشته ها در دانشگاه یا هم پانتون. Sentence number 4. She had studied geography book in the library. This is active. What are the parts of the sentence? We have she as a subject, had is the auxiliary verb, studying is the verb 3, geography book is the object, and the library is the rest of the sentence or complement. Now, when we change it to the passive voice, the object should come in the beginning of the sentence. Geography book comes in the beginning. Geography book had been studied in the library. Translation. She had studied geography book in the library. او خانم خوانده بود، مطالعه کرده بود کتاب جغرافیا را در کتابخانه. پاسیو وایس چک میگیم geography book had been studied. کتاب جغرافیا خوانده شده بود in the library در کتابخانه. First sentence active, second sentence passive. Okay, so this was the past perfect in the passive voice and active voice. The examples I have written on the board, they are active and passive. So in some cases we need to use the passive, in some cases we need to use the active. Whichever you need to use, now you can understand it and you can use it in the correct way. This brings us to an end to this lesson. Hope you learned the lesson and you understood everything about past perfect, inactive and passive. Talk to you next time, inshallah.